trying to do it like the little girl does it. You know, when she does it, it has like so much like reverb and echo. It's like it has like so much like power to it. I don't know how she does it, but she's really good at it. Let's talk about Hereditary, you guys. This movie was so crazy. Like, I had so many images on my mind when I came home. You guys know I haven't had my hair out in a while because it's hot. And I was just like undoing my hair. I'm just like, oh my God, this movie is so crazy. Anyway, stay tuned to hear my thoughts. Good one. Cue the intro.
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
All right, let's get into this film, Hereditary. My expectations were, I was pretty excited because the preview, the trailer had like these amazing visuals. It looked crazy. And I was like, Toni Collette and a scary thriller. That's awesome. It's going to be really good. And, you know, it was touted as one of the scariest films of the year. And I wouldn't say it's weird because it was scary, but it wasn't jump scares. If you watch my A Quiet Place review, you know that I really liked that movie, but I'm not a big fan of jump scares. I feel like in 2018, I know it's a horror classic to do jump scares, but if you're going to do a psychological thriller, it should be more than that. It should be more of a payoff, and this film for sure delivers. So Hereditary is directed by Ari Aster, and this is his directorial debut, which is insane because when you watch this film, it's gorgeous, it's shot really well, it's got amazing camera angles that make sense, that give you kind of an intimate portrait of each character. It stars Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, Alex Wolff, and the creepy Millie Shapiro. Millie Shapiro plays the little girl and she is so fantastic. And the movie is about, so we meet Toni Collette's character Annie, and she's just lost her grandmother, and her grandmother was some creepy voodoo lady, and she's got weird ass people at her funeral, and she lived in their house, and she's like this matriarch, you know, she's kind of the head of the family, but Annie didn't really connect to her mom that well. But the problem was her mom was very dominating, and she completely took over raising the young daughter. And so when she dies, the daughter kind of looks at her mom like, I don't really, what do you do? I don't really need you, you know, like I don't have a connection with you. And you can tell in the family they've got an odd dynamic. I mean, there's a scene where Annie talks about her family and their psychological issues. They have like DID, schizophrenia. I mean, there's a lot of weird psychological things going on in her family. And so that's what makes this film interesting, because you don't know, like, what we're watching, is it because of these people are kind of crazy, because it's hereditary, you know, it's called Hereditary, so you're not sure, are these people inheriting this family, inheriting all the psychological problems of people in the past from their family, or is what we're watching something from the occult? Is it like spiritual? Is it have to do with the devil? Like it's very strange. Excuse me, I've got my tea today. You know, I mean business when I've got my tea. And yeah, that's what makes the film super interesting, because it's like, overall, it's called Hereditary because you cannot, no matter what happens, if someone in your family dies, if it's someone in your family that you've never met, whatever your family has done, you can't escape their past. They affect you. And it's so cool to watch it unravel. I mean, I really can't get more into it than that because I don't want to spoil it, because this movie has so many layers, and even if you give one thing away, it can spoil it. But I can tell you, in terms of direction and acting, I mean, this is like A-level stuff. I would say the first third of the film, I was thinking, damn, Toni Collette is really bringing it right now. And the other thing I was thinking, I was like, can she not get some like normal ass kids? You know, in The Sixth Sense, she always be remembered for being in The Sixth Sense and being the mom. That's the first time I saw her. And, you know, I was thinking, gosh, she can't get normal children, can she? But yeah, she's great. And all the actors, you can really feel their connection. And one of the things I really loved about this, and you don't get a lot of this in a scary movie, is there are moments where the people in the film kind of say what you're saying, you know, where it's like, why do you call the cops? Like, why don't you just turn the lights on? Like, they have that interaction, and it's refreshing because it's very rare that you see a horror film where people do things that are logical and make sense. A lot of times that's why horror movies, I enjoy them, but they don't necessarily work for me because people don't do things that is normal human behavior. And this film is different because it's like, wow, these people are actually normal freaking people who have some crazy shit going on. My God. I'm telling you guys, there are a few scenes in this film that literally I was driving home and I was like, I'm serious, I could not get it out of my brain. It's like, wow, did they go there? Holy crap. Like, it's insane. You have to see this movie just to see how this all plays out. Again, it's a slow burn. The first third, you're like, are we gonna get there? Like, what's going on? I mean, okay, like, it's a little bit slow. In fact, I had after the first third of the first act, there were some people who left, because it was a little slow, but I think B, because there's this scene that you're like, oh my God, it's like really intense, and some people left. And, I mean, that should tell you something. Is there something so crazy in a film that people leave? It's pretty intense. So, anyway, I think you guys should go see Hereditary. It's very, very good. I don't necessarily think that you have to see it in a movie theater because it's something that personally you connect with. It doesn't have like big special effects. It does have really cool scenes towards the end that are like, ugh. But you don't necessarily have to see it in a theater. I like to see scary movies with other people. I like to experience with the film crowd. My crowd was so rowdy. In fact, there was some point where someone was like, shut up, because everyone kept yelling at the screen, right? But it was fun, and I enjoy that. But if you kind of want to enjoy it at a slower level, then maybe wait till it comes out on Netflix or Redbox, or you can rent it in some way. But for sure, do not miss this movie. I would give it an A-. I'd give it an A-. I liked it that much, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Have you guys seen the film? Be sure to comment down below. Please don't give any spoilers. Don't spoil it for people. That's not cool. But yeah, be sure to tell me what you think, like, subscribe, and I will check you guys on my next review.